everybody, this is Kristen from Christopia Studios, and I like to create art in multiple media, then demonstrate and teach those techniques I've learned to others. This video demonstrates how to create a bokeh or blurred background for your pastel painting using pan pastels and soft tools. Now, pan pastels are just pastels that are formed into cakes rather than sticks or pencils, and I've really begun to enjoy using them because they save a lot of time when creating a full color pastel painting, especially in backgrounds, but also in the undertones of whatever you're doing. So I'm getting more and more into using these. I'm pulling out the colors that I'm going to be using for demonstrating this particular background. And then I'm going to pull out the soft tools that I need and speed this process up while I talk about what I'm doing. Just so you know, I'm not being sponsored by either of these companies, the Pan Pastel people or the Soft Tools people. I just really enjoy the product. Soft Tools are spelled S-O-F-F-T, and they're made absolutely primarily to work with Pan Pastels. And you're able to get so much color down with so little pigment that they really come in handy. So to create this blurred background, I'm starting with a little medium-sized pan pastel sponge or soft tool sponge, and I'm just laying down some of the darker color by blending in my green and black colors to get a little bit darker green down on the canvas. I'm using pastel paper, which is called Pastelmat, this particular kind of paper. It's kind of like a sanded paper, but it's different. It's made with some kind of polymer, coarse texture, and you can get so many layers on this paper. It's just insane. But that's what I'm doing. I'm using this sponge to get that stuff layered in. And another thing I like about pan pastels is you can just get layer after layer after layer after layer after layer on your paper, especially if you're using Pastelmat, because you can use these thin layers, blend them down in, and then go over the top multiple times. So I'm getting this first very messy looking blurry bit of color and texture down in the beginning, just to make sure my entire background is covered, or will be covered. And I'm starting with the dark first. It's another great thing about pastels. Now I've taken the longer tool with a little rounded edge, and I'm starting to create just circular patterns using different shades of this green color. And so I'm just laying in bits of circular patterns. You know, when you see those blurred out photographs of city lights, all the lights look hazy and circular. That's kind of what this bokeh, I don't know how you pronounce it. It's B-O-K-E-H, but it's kind of like what this kind of pattern is. It's mimicking those patterns of blurred out lights in the background. I'm getting in as close to the fur of this cat as I can. I want to overlap a little bit. If you don't, once you go to draw your main image, you're going to have kind of what they call a halo effect, which means there's not going to be pigment there that you're drawing across, so you're going to have empty bits of paper and it's going to look kind of funny. So I'm overlapping the outlines of my cat that I've already put down. I drew it somewhere else and then transferred it down to my Pastelmat. I don't like to draw the initial image on Pastelmat paper because I don't want to ruin it. Erasers and Pastelmat don't like each other very much. So I'm just getting as much as I can into that fur. And note, I just go back and forth with different colors and my different tools until I get the patterns that I want. And I really dig in up under that outline to make sure that I'm not going to have paper showing through between the cat and the background. It just is a more realistic image when you're finished, more realistic looking image, to make sure you don't have gaps between your background and the creature you're putting in. So I'm just using my sponge to put in bits of semicircular color all over the canvas. And we'll just keep on doing that. I'm moving between my lights and darks just to make sure that I'm not overdoing any particular shade. Another great thing about this kind of work is that if you mess up or if you don't like the color or values, you can just keep going over the top with the colors and values you want. Now I'm coming in with that brighter green from my Pan Pastels so we can get some of those really nice bright highlights in, and I'm still using the soft tools. It looks like a makeup applicator, but they're not quite the same. If you can't afford or don't want to spend the money on soft tools, you can certainly use a makeup applicator, but know that it'll take a little more to blending time, and it will tear up your applicators faster than the surface tears up the soft tools. Note how it's just starting to look bright and glowy. A really nice background for this sweet cat. I wanted it to kind of mimic the outside where the cat was sitting without actually showing detail of what's behind him. That's what these blurred backgrounds are great for, is they're not boring, but they're not taking away interest from the featured person or creature that you're painting in front of them. Just a few finishing touches, and the background is done. I've just been making circles all over the paper pretty much and blurring them out. And that is how you create a blurred or bokeh background. A real-time, full-length video of this background and the cat is available on my Patreon channel. Check it out down below. Hope to see you there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel for more art content. Hit that little bell if you want to be notified when my next videos go up. There are also links below to my art website and my new Patreon page, where monthly subscribers get full tutorials on multiple forms of art from beginners to advanced. There are also links to my Facebook page and my Etsy, eBay, and Poshmark shops, where you can find my pieces for purchase. If you want to donate to my channel, there's another link below to my PayPal tip jar. I hope you're staying safe and have a great day.